Hello. I have here a Bantam to show you. A Bantam is my smallest guitar. As you can see, it's pretty small. 12 and a quarter inches across the lower bout. And this guitar is made with cedar. Western red cedar for the top. My favorite, my wood of choice for small bodied guitars. Western red cedar. And then Brazilian rosewood back and sides. I love wood with a story. And I got a call from an old friend of mine who lives down in the Mojave Desert, and he said, I met this older gentleman. He's a retired wood dealer, and he has remnants of his inventory that he's just trying to get rid of. And so, of course, I'm immediately filled with like this material lust. And I drove down there. Like, if I hear about wood, all bets are off. I have to go check it out. I have a real wood acquisition problem. Anyway, if you panned around the shop, you'd see I have far too much wood for me. Anyway, so this seemed like a really cool, intriguing thing. I went down and sure enough, he had some cool stuff, some sapiles, nice old planks, and some ebony fingerboards I picked up, and various other things. And on the way out, I looked down, and there were some logs on the ground, and they looked like firewood. Of course, I knew they weren't firewood, but I said, made a joke about them, and he said, "Oh no, those are some old Brazilian rosewood logs I've had forever. I don't know what to do with them." Because they were just beat up. They were literally covered with dirt and spider webs, and they were all scraggy and cracked. But Brazilian rosewood, it's basically a contraband substance. So anyway, I snagged them, and I got them home, and I resawed them, and I wasn't able to get too much out of them because they were so badly checked. But I was able to get some sets for these small guitars. And this is like dreamy stuff, you know. It's quarter sawn. This particular piece, quarter sawn, dark brown, straight grained, no knots. It's just really lovely. And so I like that I was able to sort of rescue it out of the grasp of the dirt and spiders and make a beautiful little guitar. Now I'm a big fan of Parlor guitars, and I've played a lot of, turn of the century, sort of the heyday of Parlor guitars like Washburns and Lion and Healy's and Martins from the turn of the century, and the turn of the 19th to the 20th century, that is. And although I love playing them in Offland because they're so lightly built, they're nice and responsive, they often don't have the kind of bass response I want to get out of a guitar. So I've worked long and hard with this goal in mind to make a guitar this size that actually has some beans. And I think this guitar speaks like with a much larger voice than you would expect from it. I know Johnny Cash would have used one of these if he had it. But let's see, I'll just play a little something here. I should have tuned it up a little better than that. But you get the idea. I also think that this thing is a great rhythm instrument if you want to play jazz, because it has this chunky thing when you kind of hit it hard. It's like... Anyway, one thing that these small guitars have a real advantage over larger body guitars. I think they because the top is smaller, the strings, the mechanism that's creating the energy is the same as it would be. Like this is a Martin short scale 24/9 on this guitar, and it only has to get this much top going as opposed to something on like an OM size guitar. And as a result, you get this like really immediate sound, and you get a really warm, punchy sound, even up here on the the high strings, like in this area right here where a lot of guitars sort of fall down the stairs. Anyway, really nice warm sound all the way up the neck, and all the volume you need, really. I mean, I think volume-wise, this is as loud as most of the guitars I make, bigger bodied. It's naturally, it doesn't have quite the chest thumping bottom end that a big body guitar would have. But what I'm trying to say here is, even though this is a little diminutive guitar, it's not a novelty instrument. This is like a full blown guitar, and for someone who's a smaller statured person, or someone who just enjoys play, like you can play it like this. All these, assume any position you want on the couch, and it's just a great companion to have. Anyway, there it is, the Bantam. Also, by the way, bound in curly koa, which is just like such a great combination for the dark Brazilian and then that beautiful caramely koa. I love this guitar. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you again later. Bye.